En el siguiente audio, escucharemos parte de las meditaciones de Luisa Piccarreta. Escribe Luisa. Hasta ahora se ha considerado la voluntad de Dios y la hemos conocido por lo que nos han mandado hacer. Los 10 mandamientos, las bienaventuranzas, los consejos evangélicos. No, ahora vamos a entrar en la Divina Voluntad para conocer cómo es su vida, para que esa vida de la Divina Voluntad se haga vida nuestra.
Entonces Jesús, moviéndose en mi interior y suspirando, me dijo: hija mía, cuando se tienen gustos mayores, los gustos menores pierden su deleite y su atractivo, y por eso se ven ya con indiferencia.
While I thought this, my Jesus, moving himself within me, in my interior, sighed and said, my daughter, when I give you the greater things, the lesser taste, when I give you the greater taste or the greater pleasures, the lesser pleasures lose their delight and attraction. For this, they seem to be indifference. There seems to be some indifference.
La cruz ata a la gracia, pero ¿quién la alimenta? ¿Quién la hace crecer a la debida estatura? Mi voluntad. Es ella la única que completa todo y hace cumplir mis más altos designios en el alma. Si no fuera por mi voluntad, aún la misma cruz, por cuanto poder y grandeza contiene, puede hacer que las almas se queden a medio camino. Oh, cuántos sufren, pero como les falta el alimento continuo de mi voluntad, no llegan a la meta, que es el morir al propio querer humano, y el querer divino no puede dar su toque, ni la última pincelada de la santidad divina.
The cross, united to grace, is united to grace. Therefore, who gives it food? Who makes it grow to proper stature? My will. It is only my will that gives it complete and will complete everything, and will also complete everything, all these high designs upon the soul. If it was not for my will, even the same cross, whereas how powerful and great it contains, cannot make the souls remain in the correct direction. Oh, how many suffer, but as if they lack the continued food of my will, they do not arrive at their destination. That is, to die to their own human will. And the divine will cannot give its last touch, or the last touch, brushstroke of the divine sanctity.
Por otra parte,
On the other part,
tú dices
you say
que
that
han desaparecido,
the nails have disappeared,
clavos, espinas y cruz,
and the spines and the cross.
pero es falso, hija mía, es falso.
But this is wrong, my daughter. It is wrong.
Lo que pasa es que antes tu cruz era pequeña e incompleta,
What had happened before, that your cross was little and incomplete.
pero ahora mi voluntad,
But now my will,
elevándose en mi voluntad,
elevating it in my will,
hace que tu cruz sea grande.
has made your cross big.
Cada acto que haces en mi querer
And every act that you do in my will
es un clavo que recibe tus dedos.
is a nail that your will receives.
Viviendo en mi voluntad,
Living in my
tu
will,
voluntad se extiende tanto
your will extends so much
que te difundes en cada criatura.
that it diffuses in every creature,
Aquí es
and
donde,
it gives me,
aquí es donde ya le vas a decir, ya tu cruz de antes, de sufrimiento, ya no me interesa tanto, porque habiendo elevado mi voluntad, además de que tu cruz se hizo más grande, ahora me vas a dar la obra de la glorificación, ahora me vas a dar la gloria. Ya no es solo tu cruz la que me interesa, sino la gloria que voy a recibir de todo tu obrar en la divina voluntad.
it's not that important, the cross that you have, but the complete glorification of living the divine will. That's what interests me at this point. Not the
Viviendo
cross.
Viviendo en mi voluntad, tu voluntad se extiende tanto que te difundes en cada criatura.
Living in my will, your will extends it extends so much that it diffuses in every creature,
Y me das por cada una
and it gives me from everyone
la vida que les he dado.
the life that I have given them,
Y me haces volver y me das el honor,
and it makes me in return give.
y me das el honor y la gloria y la finalidad para la que las he creado.
Okay, and it gives that. Okay, we go back here. Living in my will, your will extends everywhere so much that it diffuses in every creature, and it gives me, for each one of us, the life that I have given them. It does so much that it returns to me the glory, the honor, and the finality in which I had created them.
Entonces ahí está ya Luisa, y no sé si se lo hace ver claro, que no solo ha estado asociada a la obra secundaria de la redención con su cruz pequeña, sino que elevándonos en la cruz de la Divina Voluntad, y la Divina Voluntad extendiéndose, Luisa en la Divina Voluntad, entra a hacer la obra de la glorificación.
Raising Luisa from this little cross of
Solo Luisa, aquí nada más Luisa.
this is not only Luisa for Luisa, raising him from
En la cruz, los clavos, la santidad, ahí sí, Padre Pío, tantos y tantos y tantos. Pero cuando te veo entrar en mi voluntad y me das por todos la finalidad de la creación, eso es solo Luisa. Y los que vivirán en la Divina Voluntad,
this
porque
is
solo aquí está.
only Luisa was able to go from the suffering that we see in a lot of saints to the glorification of taking and doing everything for every person, past, present, future, so that God received perfect glory as if they had lived it.
Entonces entiende la diferencia
The big
hasta ahorita, la diferencia que hay entre la señora Cabrera, Padre Pío, Santa Cecilia, Isabel de la Trinidad, todas las santas, muy santas, con Luisa, frente a Luisa, se entiende la diferencia ya. Muy santas, sí, pero asociadas a la obra secundaria.
A lot of saints, very, very holy too, but they only enter to the secondary part of redemption.
Entrar en la Divina Voluntad,
Redemption itself.
extender nuestra voluntad en la Divina, difundirse en todas las criaturas y dar por cada una vida divina, una gloria y un honor divino. Eso es solo Luisa, absolutamente solamente Luisa. Mi Padre Pío y todos los demás juntos con toda su santidad, porque para eso se necesitaba una voluntad divina y un oficio de glorificación que debía haber sido dado por Dios.
Only Luisa was the only one who could say this up to this point, was because living in my will, her will extended so much that it diffused in every creature, and it gave and she gave God perfect glory for every person, past, present, and future. And this is not anyone else could say that. Not any other soul could say, I gave perfect glory for every person, past, present, and future. Every person I gave it as if they had lived it. No one can say that up to this point, except Luisa.
Esto es lo que hace a Luisa única.
This is what separates Luisa from all the rest. Is a big difference.
Superior a todas, porque este oficio es la única que lo tiene. El oficio de la glorificación es la única que lo tiene. Y entonces, si ustedes comprenden, como estamos comprendiendo, un Jesús completo de glorificación y redención, Luis es el único Jesús, otro Jesús completo de glorificación y redención. Todos los demás son Jesuses incompletos de redención. Solamente, y se lo dice, tu cruz era incompleta.
If we were to take
la gran cruz.
as an example, to take Jesus
Sí.
all the way and of his complete redemption and complete glorification, we'd only have one other. That would be Luisa. She completed not only the redemption part of it, but also complete glorification. Well, the others would be little Jesus, who complete, because all they did was the redemption. They participated in redemption. They did not do the glorification, which is day and night.
Y extendida tu voluntad, tu cruz se extiende también. Y ya no es solo por ti, sino por cada una de las criaturas.
And I extended your will your cross, and I extend it not only for yourself, but for everyone, for every creature.
Así que ahora en todas partes veo tu cruz.
So that in every part I can see your cross.
Entonces, habiendo la Divina Voluntad, no solo se extendía para la obra de la glorificación, sino su oficio asociado a la obra de la redención se hacía también inmenso, igual que el de Jesús, por todos.
What happened now, instead of seeing just the cross in Luisa, he looked at her and saw not only her cross in her, but her cross in every person. So her mission went from herself, so to speak, in the little circle she might have affected, to every person when she entered into the divine will. So her redemption that she worked out in herself in the divine will was a repetition of what Christ did. The same thing. It could affect everyone. We can apply it to ourselves. If I suffer according to the way I've known till now before the divine will, it'll have an effect on me, maybe a few other people, because my cross is only stamped in myself. But if I stamp it with the same stamp that Jesus did in the divine will, he finds that same suffering in every person, and it participates in the perfect redemption of man and also the perfect glorification.
Fundirte en mi voluntad,
this fusing yourself in my will,
sin ningún interés personal,
without any personal interest,
sino, y aquí interés personal, le podría decir, fundirte en mi voluntad sin el interés de hacerte, de hacerlo porque te quieres hacer santa o de que porque quieres alguna otra cosa aún buena, no. Fundirte en mi voluntad sin ningún interés personal, sino solo para darme lo que todos deberían darme. Ahí está la glorificación. Y para darles a todos todo el bien que mi querer contiene, ahí está la redención. Es solo de la vida divina, no de la humana.
This fusing yourself in my will without any personal interest, and only to give me for everyone as if they had given it to me, and to give to everyone the good that my will contains, is only divine life, not human.
Y solo mi voluntad es la que forma esta santidad divina en el alma.
And it is only my will that forms the divine sanctity in this soul.
Por eso tus cruces anteriores eran santidad humana.
Therefore, your crosses before were human sanctity.
Y el hombre, por cuan santo sea,
and man, forever saint he may be, or holy he may be,
no sabe hacer cosas grandes, sino pequeñas.
Does not know how to do great things or big things, but little things.
Y mucho menos, otra vez va con el argumento, y mucho menos sabe elevar al alma hasta la santidad y a la fusión del obrar de su creador.
And much less to elevate his soul until the sanctity and the fusion of the works with his creator.
Y queda siempre en la restricción de criatura.
And remains in restriction of a creature.
Pero mi voluntad,
but my will,
derribando todas las barreras humanas, quitando todas las limitaciones humanas,
but my will, taking away all human barriers,
la arroja en la inmensidad divina.
I throw it into the divine immensity.
Y todo se hace inmenso en ella.
And in her, everything is made immense.
Cruz, clavo, santidad, amor, reparación.
Cross, nails, sanctity, love, reparation.
Toda mi mira sobre ti no era la santidad humana.
All my vision upon you or sight upon you was not because of human sanctity.
Si bien era necesario que primero hicieran las cosas pequeñas en ti.
But it was good, or it was necessary that first I did the small things in you.
Y por eso me deleitaba tanto.
For this I, chained myself so much.
Pero ahora,
but now,
habiéndote hecho pasar más adelante,
having you made you go ahead,
y debiendo hacerte vivir en mi querer,
and making you live in my will.
Aquí ya no es Luisa, antes todavía había muchos, en el parrafito anterior muchísimos antes. Aquí ya no más Luisa.
From this point on, no more Luisa.
Pero ahora, habiéndote hecho pasar más adelante y debiendo hacerte vivir en mi querer, al ver tu pequeñez, tu átomo, abrazar la inmensidad para darme por todos y por cada uno amor y gloria. Ahí está la obra de la glorificación.
And making you live in my
La
will,
primera y la única.
and making you live in my will, and seeing your littleness, your atom, embrace the immensity to give me for everyone and for each one love and glory, and to return to me all the rights of creation.
Esto me deleita tanto
I delighted so much
que todas las demás cosas ya no me dan más gusto.
that all the other things don't give me any pleasure at all. So that we can go on and just look.
Cada vez resalta más esas preguntas, la diferencia entre Luisa y los demás santos, diferencia entre la santidad divina y la santidad humana. ¿Qué esperamos en el reino? ¿Qué cosa es vivir la divina voluntad? Cada vez nos aparece más claro, creo yo. ¿No es así?
I think we're trying to clarify, and I think we probably see it, what the difference is here, what the difference is between the divine will and up to this point of human sanctity. I think it becomes more and more clear, or it should.
Diga.
Todas las almas pasan por la etapa de la redención hacia la etapa de la glorificación, lo que viven en la divina voluntad.
Sí, pero no es fuerte. Sí, todos tenemos que pasar, claro está. Todos tenemos que pasar, pero no todos iguales, ni hay un camino, no hay un camino igualito para todos. Pues todos tenemos que sufrir, quién más, quién menos. Todos tenemos que morir a nuestra voluntad, todos tenemos que ser pacientes, todos tenemos que ser castos, todos tenemos que ser humildes. En una palabra, todos tenemos que morir a nuestra voluntad. Si Dios para uno dispone más cruz y más clavos, bueno, son los que le tocan a él, es su camino. Si para otros aparentemente dispone menos clavos, menos cruz, de todas maneras tenemos todos el clavo de la divina voluntad que crucifica nuestra voluntad humana.
Pero en Luisa hubo una división temporal entre la etapa de redención y la etapa de glorificación.
Sí.
Y en nosotros hay esa misma división temporal, o es que uno puede vivir en redención y después, un momento más tarde, estar en glorificación, y después redención y después glorificación.
Claro, va junto, va entrelazado. No es primero una cosa y luego otra.
Pero en el caso de Luisa,
Sí.
cuando ella ya pasó por la etapa de redención, ya no volvió más.
No, siempre, mientras sea uno fiel, todo lo que uno hace, todo lo que uno vive, va estando o va teniendo vida en el punto más alto en el que estás.
O sea, que cuando uno pasa de la etapa de redención también.
Aunque sufras, ya no estás sufriendo acá, es lo que le estaba diciendo en el capítulo. Ya no es que porque te toca sufrir, te vas a bajar acá. No, ya conoces todo esto, cruz, clavos, acá arriba ya. Otro es el secreto, un conocimiento de más, te sube más, sufres, ya sufres acá. Que es lo que le está diciendo en el capítulo, antes tu cruz la veía en ti, pero ahora habiéndote elevado en mi voluntad, tu cruz y tus clavos ya no los veo solo en ti, sino ya también en mi voluntad y los veo por todas partes. No está tanto en sufrir o no sufrir, sino en cuánta voluntad divina tienes, cuánto conocimiento y cuánta vida de voluntad divina tienes. Y por cuanto tengas, ahí vas viviendo todo, aunque tú creas que, como yo puse el esquema, que el sufrir es de la redención. Si tú tienes más voluntad divina, todo lo que sufres ya lo sufres acá. En toda esa cantidad de voluntad divina que tienes.
Eso de conocimiento, de más conocimiento tienes.
Sí.
Se presta a otra interpretación. Por ejemplo, hasta ahora, Dios nos ha buscado por nuestros corazones. Eso de conocimiento se podría interpretar como decir que Dios ahora nos va a juzgar por nuestro intelecto.
No, yo no he hablado de eso. Yo no he hablado de eso. Vas a progresar y vas a vivir por cuanto conoces.
¿Conoces?
Sí, ya desde el catecismo, ¿para qué venimos a esta tierra? Para conocer, amar y servir a Dios. Eso qué dificultad. Mientras más conoces, más amas a Dios. Y también es así, es aquí. Mientras más conoces divina voluntad, más vives en la divina voluntad. Consecuentemente, más gloria tendrás, más gloria darás a Dios, más bien harás a todos.
Entonces no es conocimiento en el sentido que yo estaba pensando, no es conocimiento de teoría, conocimiento de la persona de Jesús.
Es conocimiento de las verdades acerca de la divina voluntad, de los efectos que produce, de los bienes que posee. Es conocimiento de todo eso. Si quieren, vamos a ese punto.
I was asking, I think the biggest problem, and I'll kind of give a different answers for the English speaking, but one of the things he's concerned with, I imagine, is this idea of the divine will and what relationship it is to what we do in life and the knowledge that we have. And I think the biggest problem that most of us have is we want to take what we understand and apply to the divine will, and it can't be that way. What happens in the divine will, it's like if we turned all these lights off and we walked around, we'd be running into all these columns. The room wouldn't change as the lights came on, but we'd be able to walk around and not walk into anything. The divine will is the same way. The little light that we've had gave us enough knowledge to be able to live somewhat according to what we know and what the church has taught us. Knowledge is the most fundamental part, gift of the divine will, and if we want to be able to live in the divine will and take advantage of the sufferings and so forth, we have to not start here, like he says, in the redemption down here, and start up here. So what we do doesn't change. The same suffering is here or here, but the results are different because now it's not us suffering, it's God suffering in us, it's Jesus suffering again in us. So the act itself becomes infinite. So the knowledge is paramount. It's extremely important that we understand that our development in divine will, our penetration into understanding about the divine will is goes along with what we are given through Luisa and the writings of Luisa and the knowledge that's there. It explains us how we're supposed to do it. Without that, we lose. It's like, for an example, if I gave you a diamond that was worth $1 million, if you thought it was a piece of glass, you throw it away. Mm-hmm. The object itself didn't change. It's just that your knowledge wasn't complete. And that's what God is telling us up to this point. The knowledge I'm giving up to you now is just a shadow of it. The shadow of me, like he said in Catechism, we learn that we're here to love and serve God. But we can't serve God and love God if we do not know God. It's impossible. A child can't love her parents if she does not know her parents. Mm-hmm. So in the divine will, for us to take advantage, because we always talk about heaven, or we talk about living close to God, well, but that doesn't tell me how to do it though. So to be able to say, I'm getting closer to God, I'm living the divine will, I understand what's going on. The only way we're going to understand it, it's not a matter of intellectual studies, it's a matter of just reading it, because we have to put faith in the Holy Spirit, because it is God that puts on the lights in our skull up here. It's not intellectual reasoning. You can't understand God through books. Simply, it's just a means that God communicates His Word to us. Ultimately, we have to place ourselves in front of the truth and say, I'm going to read this and let God take care of it. That's putting faith in God and not in our intelligence. Because intellect, normally, in most cases, makes us run from God. And that's why the world goes the way it does, because they want to intellectualize everything that God is. And it's not a matter of figuring out God, it's just a matter of accepting God. When you go out and enjoy creation, that's why creation is the most perfect symbol of how God wants us to act. Because when we're in front of creation, it's a matter of we're a spectator at that point of the greatest theater that we could ever be in front of. And it's not a matter of trying to rationalize what's happened. It's a matter of accepting it and just bringing it into our heart. We don't need any words. Everything is captured in that second. I could talk for 1 million years on one little plant, but if I could see it and visualize it and look at it, I wouldn't need those 1 million words because it's there. In the same way, the divine will. The divine will, even the 36 volumes of Luisa, that's the outline, so to speak. That's going to give us the proper foundation of divine will, but the penetration and understanding of the truth is going to be for all eternity. That's why we got all eternity. God, if he wanted to, he could just say, bam, that's it, we'd understand as much as is possible for a human creature. But even with the Blessed Mother, even in the life that she led when she was on this earth, she was ignorant of what was going to happen, or did not have the knowledge of what was going to happen tomorrow. It wasn't necessary. She lived every second immersed in the divine will, doing what she needed to do, giving perfect glory, being the mother of each one of us. And that's what she did. The angel came to her. She didn't know that the angel was going to come to her. Otherwise, it had been a farce, it had been a joke. It's not an acting job the Blessed Mother does at this point. We've got to understand this, or we're wasting our time. You've got to put faith in God. You've got to live it one day at a time and accept the truth. You place yourself in front of the writings and say, God, this is it. Read it. Help me understand it. If I don't worry about it. Because God is the one who makes us understand it. And if there's a reason we don't understand it, it's because we have a problem. Or God just doesn't want us to understand it. Simple as that. The angel comes to the Blessed Mother, and what does she say? I don't know, man. How's this going to happen? Well, that's all right. The Holy Spirit's going to descend upon you. She didn't understand anymore. All she knew that God was going to take care of it. She says, okay. She said, fiat, voluntas tua, and that was it. The work of redemption was done, so to speak, I say, in misunderstanding. She didn't understand the whole thing. She knew she was going to become the mother of God, but the rest of it, she did not know. She didn't know that her son was going to become crucified, dying across all the rest. She learns that later on when she goes to the temple and her heart is pierced by the prophet. Then she knew where things were going. So to understand the divine will and to be able to feel comfortable and happy with what we have, we take this book, expose ourselves to the truth like we would to the sun. When I go out in the sun, if I want to get a tan, there's nothing I have to think about. Oh, I got to get a tan. I got to get a tan. It's not going to help. Mental extrapolations at that point are not going to make me get a tan faster or slower. The fact of me exposing myself to the rays of God, the Holy Spirit, that's what we do. And that disposition is saying, I'm nothing, God is everything, placing this pea brain of mine, the understanding I need, not someone else, I need to live in the divine will. Because it's not a matter of sitting up here like myself and explaining to someone to live in the divine will. It's a matter of me living in the divine will. That's all that matters. The rest is secondary. How many speeches do we have in Blessed Mother in the Bible? Not a one. There's hardly a word about her in there because it's not necessary. Because her work far exceeded everything that we know about. And we're starting to see only now the divine will exactly where she arrived at. Because if we see this in Luisa, how much more will it be in the Blessed Mother? So,
let me tell you something. For example, coming down here, I did pretty good because I'm coming in from Pop now, I'm coming from quite a distance. But I said, well, God, it's up to you. I believe it in your will. Naturally, I had to get lost. Everyone's telling me to do this, another one's telling me to do that. I'm driving out and so, all right. She says, you guide me. I did go past it, but he said, turn around and go back the same way you came up. Back on the expressway, back I came. Even if it took time, and then I came up several streets. They have so many churches. I'm not familiar with Miami at all. I had no explanation of really how to get down here. But leaving it in his hands, truly in his hands, I really did. He led me right to the door. And it was just amazing.
That's right.
Got the chance to do something.
Right, exactly. Very good. Very good.
Bueno, después de todo esto, espero que tenga ya un poquito más claro todo ese esquema de la glorificación, finalidad primaria, de la redención, finalidad secundaria, en donde entra Luisa por primera, cuál es lo exclusivo y lo único de Luisa, y a qué estamos llamados nosotros junto con Luisa, y Luisa, a toda esa obra de la glorificación, sin dejarla de la redención, sino llevarla a cabo con todo lo que tenemos. Y claro, lo que decíamos y dice Nelson, mientras más se conozca todos los bienes que hay, los efectos que produce, las riquezas que hay en la Divina Voluntad, más se puede vivir en la Divina Voluntad. Nuestro Señor compara el adelanto del alma en la Divina Voluntad con un día natural. Primero se ve la aurora, luego sale el sol, empieza a salir el sol, luego continúa habiendo un poco más de luz, las flores que estaban mojadas por el rocío de la mañana se secan, se sigue adentrando el día, hasta que llegue el pleno mediodía, donde ya todos los efectos del sol caen a plomo sobre la tierra. Ese ejemplo lo usa nuestro Señor y dice que el sol el día se va adentrando a medida que se vaya conociendo su voluntad. Ese sol va llegando a su mediodía en nuestra alma. Y este capítulo es tanto en forma singular de cómo va iniciándose el día de la divina voluntad en nosotros, lo mismo que en la humanidad, cómo va iniciándose ya el día de la divina voluntad en la humanidad, porque ya se empieza a conocer algo, ya estamos en la aurora, al rato sale el sol, hasta llegar después al pleno mediodía del reino de la divina voluntad, donde entonces sí, la vida de Dios, la vida de la divina voluntad, se sentirá a lo vivo en nosotros. Tendremos a lo vivo a un Dios para amarlo, un Dios en nosotros para amar a Dios, una voluntad divina para amar a Dios. A lo vivo lo sentiremos. Son conceptos que nuestro Señor maneja en la página 30.
Go over some of the ideas on page 30 of how God explains living the divine will, different steps. This is 1937. I imagine this to be probably volume 36. So we're at the end of her revelation.
Sí, escribió el último capítulo. Luisa lo escribió el 28 de noviembre de 38. Aquí el 7 de noviembre de 37.
Yes, her last was the 28th of what? March. What was it?
38.
Oh, okay. 1938, December. 1938 was her last day. This is about a year before.
Y pobremente me la sentía como ahogada por las tantas verdades que mi dulce Jesús me ha hecho escribir sobre la divina voluntad, y pensaba para mí. Y fíjese que no dice.
My poor mind felt as if it was drowning for all the many truths that my sweet Jesus had make me write on the divine will.
Y dice, son las que me ha hecho escribir, y no dice las que me ha revelado.
Jesus says not the truths that were revealed, but that he wanted me to write, which is a difference, a lot of difference.
¿Quién sabe? Y pensaba para mí, ¿quién sabe cuándo saldrán a la luz estas verdades escritas sobre el fiat divino? ¿Y cuál será el bien que harán? Y mi amado Jesús, sorprendiéndome en su breve visita, toda bondad y ternura, me dijo.
This is really good. I mean, she was thinking, between herself, and she said, when will these truths come out to the light of these truths come out upon the divine fiat, and what will be the good that they will do? And my loved Jesus, surprising himself with a brief visit with all goodness and tenderness, said to me,
Hija mía, también yo siento la necesidad de amor, de hacerte saber el orden que tendrán estas verdades y el bien que harán.
My daughter, I feel it necessary, the necessity of love, to make you understand the order that these truths and the good that they will do.
Estas verdades sobre mi voluntad divina formarán el día de mi fiat en medio de las criaturas.
These truths on my divine will form the day of my fiat amongst all creatures.
Y según las irán conociendo,
and according
As long
okay, as long as they go knowing, or
As they are revealed.
as they reveal. There you go. Yeah, as they're revealed, as they understand.
Y según las irán conociendo, así se formará el día. Y les digo, esto es tanto en forma singular, a medida que las vaya conociendo yo, como en forma universal, a medida que se vaya conociendo por parte de la humanidad, se irá formando el día, ya sea para mí o para todos, y para todos.
And as they go understanding or knowing this, so will that day form in them, that day as far as the sun rising in them.
Así que al empezar a conocer las primeras verdades,
So that they start with knowing the first truths that I have manifested to
que
you.
te he manifestado, siempre que tengan buena voluntad y disposición de hacerlas vida propia,
Always that they remain with a good will and disposition to make it their own life,
se formará una esplendidísima aurora.
will form in them the most splendid aurora.
Y estas verdades tendrán también virtud de disponer y dar luz a tantos ciegos que no las conocen y no las aman.
And these truths will also have the virtue to dispose to give light to so many blind people that do not know them or love them.
Y nosotros éramos de esos antes de conocer esto, ni las conocíamos ni las amábamos.
We can say that about ourselves. We didn't know it, we couldn't love it. You can't love something you don't know.
Entonces, surgida la aurora, se sentirán investidos de una paz celestial.
Therefore, risen this aurora, they will feel dressed with its celestial peace.
Esta sería la primera señal del vivir, de que si alguien bien vive en la divina voluntad, es decir, si ya surgió la aurora de la divina voluntad en él, si ya se inició el día del fiat divino en su alma, si se siente revestido de una paz celestial.
Therefore, risen this dawn, they will feel dressed with celestial peace, more reaffirmed in the good, and therefore these same people will desire to know other truths that will form the beginning of the day of my will.
Entonces, surgida la aurora, se sentirán investidos de una paz celestial, más reafirmados en el bien. Son las primeras señales que el alma tiene que sentir de que empieza a vivir la divina voluntad.
I think any one of us has been in divine will or is exposed to divine will for a while, we understand exactly what this is saying. They feel confirmed in the truth. They feel that they want and they desire to acquire more understanding or more truths about the truth. And this is the beginning. This is what forms the beginning of the day of my will.
El principio es paz celestial y reafirmación en el bien. Y, por tanto, suspirarán por conocer otras verdades, las cuales formarán el principio del día de mi querer. Ese principio del día aumentará la luz, el amor, todas las cosas se convertirán en bien para ellos.
This beginning of the day will make the light grow, the love and love. All things will convert for the good for these people.
Las pasiones perderán la fuerza de hacernos caer en el pecado.
Passions will lose the strength to make them fall into sin.
Se puede decir que esto es el primer orden del bien divino que sentirán.
One can say that this is the first order of good, divine good, that they will feel.
Este orden les facilitará sus acciones.
This order will make it easier. Their action will become easier.
Sentirán la fuerza de que todo pueden hacer.
They will feel the strength to do whatever they want.
Todo en el bien, todo el bien. Porque es precisamente esta su virtud primaria que pone en el alma transmutar toda su naturaleza en bien.
Because it's precisely this, its virtue, primary virtue, is to place in the soul, and transform everything, transform its whole nature into good.
Luego, sintiendo el gran bien del principio del día de mi querer, suspirarán para que el día se adentre y vendrán a conocer otras verdades.
And afterwards, feeling the great good of the beginning of the day of my will, they will desire that the day advances, and they will come to know other truths that will form the full day.
En ese pleno día, digamos 9, 10 de la mañana,
So say, a full day is like 9 in the morning, and a day would be like full day.
en ese pleno día sentirán la vida de mi voluntad a lo vivo en ellos.
And in this full day, they will feel the life of my will living alive in them.
Recuerden que es volumen ya muy elevado y las palabras son muy pesadas, son muy pocas palabras que dicen mucho.
We're in the latter volumes, so these are really heavy words, very advanced. Very few words, but carry a lot of weight.
Repito, en este pleno día sentirán la vida de mi voluntad a lo vivo en ellos, sus alegrías y felicidad, su virtud operante y creadora en ellos, se sentirán en posesión de mi misma vida.
In this full day, they will feel the life of my will, and life of my will be full in them. Its pleasures and its happiness, its virtues, working virtues, and creative and operative virtues of divine will in them. And they will feel the possession of my same life.
El pleno día les dará tales ansias de conocer las demás verdades, las cuales, conocidas, formarán el pleno mediodía.
This full day will give them the anxiety to know more truths, which known will form the complete midday.
En este, la criatura no se sentirá más sola.
In this, the creature will never feel alone.
Entre ella y mi querer no habrá más separación.
Between her and my will, there will be no more separation.
Lo que hace mi querer, lo hará ella.
Whatever my will does, she does.
Será obrante junta.
They will be working together.
Todo por derecho será suyo.
By right, everything will be hers.
Por derecho será suyo. El cielo y la tierra y aún el mismo Dios.